In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute hanging clothespin photo frame. You can create a perfect addition to your home with this amazing DIY frame. It's simple, easy and fun to make, and my favorite part of this project is hanging the photos that remind me of my childhood. For this DIY, I used a wood strip, a handsaw, some clamps, wood glue, sandpaper, twine, a ruler and a square ruler, a mallet, nails, screws, a screwdriver, scissors and mini clothespins. Now let's get started. This wood strip is 3 cm wide and 2 cm thick. The dimensions of the frame are 60 by 40 cm, so I measured 2 60s and 2 40s with a ruler. Then I cut those pieces at a 45-degree angle using a handsaw and a miter box. The miter box helped me a lot because it has pre-cut slits which guide the saw in the correct angle. Once I'm done cutting, I'm going to sand down the miter slightly with 120 grit sandpaper to make sure they are smooth and line up well. So I have these 4 perfectly aligned pieces and I just have to glue them together. I glued all the joints at the same time using a wood glue and 2 clamps. I wasn't sure about clamping all the joints with F-clamps, but it actually turned out pretty well. It needed several hours to completely dry. To get rid of wood splinters and grains, I'm going to sand the frame first with 120 grit sandpaper and then with 220 to smooth the surface before applying stain. Alright, I can now move on to staining it with wood stain. I just carefully applied a nice coat of stain with a rag, making sure to cover the entire frame. I gave the stain the entire day to dry. Once the frame has the opportunity to dry, it is time to mark all the points where the nails and the screws will be driven into. This frame has a 54 by 34 cm inner space, so I have to remember that and divide it properly, making 3 rows for the photos. I'll give you the exact dimensions in the video description below. Be sure to measure and mark with a precision on both sides of the frame to keep your rows of twine straight. I wanted at least ½ centimeter space between each row of photos, which will give a nice and even look of the frame. I'm driving the nails into the wood with a mallet, leaving enough space so that the twine could be easily wrapped and knotted around them. Also, I'm driving 2 screws on the back side of the frame with a screwdriver. I'll use them to hang the frame on the wall. The next step is wrapping and knotting the hemp twine around the nails and the screws. First I made a frame hanger by fastening 1 string around the screws. Then I fastened the other strings to the nails. I needed to use thin twine because these clothespins are so tiny. Make sure to cut the strings a little longer so it would be easier to make tight knots without using any glue or stapler. You can make the twine straight or you can leave it a bit loose, it's all up to you. Now I'll start hanging the photos with these mini clothespins that I got online. I have total of 12 photos, 3 rows with 4 photos in a row. I've used some old photos, memories from my childhood. The size of the photos is 8.9 by 12.7 centimeters. And that's it. Now I have my own DIY frame that fits my room perfectly. I'm happy with how it turned out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this simple DIY project. If you liked this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.